at Mum's 70th birthday for what is undoubtedly one of the special occasions for us, for a special person in our life. I try to think of someone who's had more impact on me, and all I can say is that when I bought a Slurpee tonight at Jollymont Station, I walked up George Street rather than Powell Street so that she wouldn't see me drinking it. It's an enduring legacy, and it's such a thrill for us all four of us are going to speak tonight. In terms of material, I have a bit of her in me. She's a hoarder, as some of you would know. We were clearing out the spices and the medicines at Red Hill 18 months ago, and Dad said, "I just make a note, can you, of the record marker." And just for your information, medicines, January 1994. Spices, mace, which had a price tag on it that was in shillings and pence. So we are hoarders. I am a hoarder like her, and I can proudly announce that I have the 50th birthday speech. I have kept that. And because I know that most of you are there, but this is, after all, years 50 to 70, I can absolutely get away with doing the exact same speech here tonight. You told me not to do it, didn't you, in the introduction? Yeah. One story I did tell that day is that Mum was once a smoker. And by that, I mean she smoked once. One time, half a cigarette, didn't inhale. And yet, that fact has been held over her by my zealot father. Of course your mother smoked once. Of course your mother had that half cigarette. Our whole lives, it's a defining half cigarette that lost her any moral high ground as he inhabited the lofty heights of the non-smoking superstardom. Pippi, you remember something along those lines, don't you?
I wasn't obviously before my day, I think, when they had the non-smoking and smoking sections on planes. But the story goes that Mum and Dad were going off on a long-haul flight but only had one ticket left for non-smoking section, and the others was in the smokers. And Dad apparently took the last non-smoking ticket because he had, written letters to airlines and tried to change the rules and claimed that he had a higher claim on the ticket and sent Mum out for 8 hours in a cabin full of smoke.
Driving also got a mention at the 50th, and some of you will remember that if you think of a location, I think of a location like Richmond, and you imagine that is kind of right, in a direction that is sort of right. And so all of us kids have always marvelled at the fact that Mum has had the ability to go in rightwards directions while never turning right, because she's so terrified of right-hand turns. And terror in the car is symbolic and emblematic of her. We all have kind of gouge marks in our forearms now that we're drivers ourselves, as she clutches on and screams at inopportune moments and nearly causes more accidents than it certainly never saves us from any, but certainly sometimes nearly causes them. But Sam, you've uncovered the root cause of all this?
I spoke to Leslie, who sadly has to travel to Europe, lucky thing, but she's let me know that she sat with George, Mum's father, for Mum's first driving lesson, and the problem did start there. So she hopped in the car in the late afternoon, and Leslie's only a bit younger, so George thought, having had so many girls, he would just knock off teaching 2 girls at once. So Mum's in the driving seat, George is in the passenger seat, Leslie's unbuckled in the back leaning over, and then they are ready to take off, but George pulls out the clipboard and paper and pen, and being a bit of an engineer, decides to explain how the car works before they start driving. And they got through the description of the engine, how petrol injects into the engine, the carburetors, the braking, everything else in the car that I know about, spark plug. And then she does make it down the hill next to the house. They go into Suburban Street, is it? Up the hill, there's an S-bend. She does brilliantly. She's really good. And they get to the corner of Suburban and Maud Street in North Bullen, and it's a little busy at times. And it's now dark because it's taken a long time to get through the excavation of the engine. And so George says, "Now, Margaret, ride the brake now, ride the brake." And she said, "What's the brake?" You didn't say anything. And luckily, we are all okay, so I just wanted to mention a few of Mum's favourite expressions, or idiosyncratic expressions. Mum likes to call Vita Beats and Wheat Bix granos, offering us granos every day of our life, even though I don't know what they are. She and Dad both call going to the movies going to the pictures, which they sometimes go to town to do. Poor audience. Her favourite expletives are Sheba and Ruddy Hell, such as Ruddy Hell, I forgot the garlic bread, it's still in the oven. She gets money out of a hole in the wall. And does anyone else get money out of a hole? Yeah. She buys things with her bank card.
I could have lost the audience. Never mind, she, however, never swears. She's a class act on every front. In fact, I try to think the number of times I've seen or heard Mum swear, and it is, well, it's once. And I remember the occasion vividly. As Pippa said, there'd been some Shebas along the way, there'd been some Ruddies, but I've certainly never heard the F word from her. And, might have an open mic after this. She embarked upon a ridiculous task of making an individually made hand-stitched bag for every delegate at a National Gallery of Victoria conference that she was hosting here in Melbourne. It was 70 odd bags. It was finding offcuts of interesting fabrics from around the world. It was getting them all together, and Mum was piloting it with a whole lot of other women who were all similarly involved. Anyway, I get around there one day and she says, "You know what, you can probably have one or two of these bags. I can't give the women at this conference a bag that says, 'Nobody fucks like me,' can I?" There it is, for those of you who see the fabric. Tamsin and I did get to keep that bag. And it is the one and only occasion I ever heard Mum drop an F-bomb.
Alright, so I'd like to talk about Mum being a problem solver. She's a magnificent lateral thinker. She can solve problems that aren't even problems. Magnificent. So one of those occasions for me was when I was about to head off to the UK for a short stint of living over there like Tom is now. And Mum had heard a few things about living over there, one being the terrible quality of the meat over there. It's unbelievable. And as I was zipping up my bag, she wandered over and it's just like this in your bag. And it was a cryovac frozen 1 kilogram rump steak from Jonathan's. So I was, of course, petrified about the sniffer dogs. But nonetheless, I did what she said and popped over there. It was just beautifully defrosted when I... Well, it was actually on my own at that point, so I did have to have steak for breakfast and for dinner for 4 days straight, but it was very nice steak, so it was fantastic. But she was, of course, it's not her best effort with problem solving around food, and she used to sort of, well, I won't say bribe us, but she was very keen for us to go to engage with reading and writing, and she took us to, this is the Bullen Library, and right next door was the McDonald's, of course, and this is where she would let us, yes, we'll go to the library, but first we'll go to McDonald's, but we'll just have a Big Mac. Oh, Big Mac, let's go for the Big Mac. Junior burger, and then she brought from home in her, did they have Tupperware then? Whatever it was, the shredded shredded lettuce and cheese and tomato, and she just, because her shredded lettuce was more nutritious than the McDonald's shredded lettuce, so she popped that in and gave us all a big bag before we got to go over and pick a hook each. But my favourite bit of ingenuity from Mum was around when we looked at in Kew. It was a fair distance. Well, it was a medium to large difference from my room to the laundry, and there wasn't so much of me delivering or let alone washing dirty clothes or clean clothes going the other way. So Mum decided we would have a pulley system run across the length of about 50 metres from my room down to the laundry, which was a really nice. So she got down to the hardware store, up a ladder 10 metres, hooked up a pulley, ropes over, and a massive crowd gathered for the first voyage. And I think it possibly could have included my lovely wife Olivia, who used to, unbeknownst to me, she enjoyed, she lived around the corner, and then she used to have a dog, and she enjoyed a bit of, we had this mad dog, Woody. Pippa's dog, Woody. Pippa married someone called Woody as a kid. And lovely Pippa. Anyway, we had this mad dog, and Olivia used to basically live bait the dog by running her dog up and down, so she didn't have to run with him. But then she'd gaze in and go, who's that weird colt in there? And that was us gathering around as we had the maiden voyage of the laundry going, and it was a very sad sight to see it just bow down and down and end up in the ponds. It's certainly, it got watched after all.
I just wanted to pay homage to Mum's ability also to do without tape measure device ever, because she can totally furnish a house, buy the stuff in the garden, whatever, just in her own body part units. So her hand from thumb to fingertip is cut between 23 and 25 centimetres. So you just at the shop and you've got it. It's amazingly accurate.
Yeah, Mum and Dad both have, they're just good at seeing an opportunity for a garment. Like if Dad he told me when he gave me the shirt that if he ever sees it on the floor, he's taking it back because he looked after it for 18 years so well. Didn't wash it in 18 years, didn't need to, because it's fine cloth. And I always only, I don't know how he didn't wash it in 18 years, it's disgusting. But anyway, there's this sort of sense of making a garment last. And as Dad's shirts run out, Mum offers to cut off sleeves and sew things up and give it to sons-in-laws and give it to brothers-in-laws, and everyone has a chance if Dad has an old shirt. But perhaps more notable, the thing that really sums up this quality in Mum, and it's in no way tightness, it's more kind of, it's about practical thinking and it's about lateral thinking, but the four words that sum up this quality of Mum's more than any other are 2-for-1 surgery. It's been an eternal dream of my mother's to have surgery for one thing and have another surgeon rock up in the same operation and do another thing at the same time. She's tried her varicose veins with her knees. She's tried her pterygium with her hysterectomy. She's asked them to fix up her toes while they're getting rid of her bowel cancer. It is a dream of hers, and I have some very good news, because they really don't like to give kids general anaesthetics, and my little fella, Harry, needs to have his nystagmus straightened up with an eye operation, and he's got a little bit of a herniated belly button. And I think that we should all shout Mum a trip to the hospital, sit in the surgical suite and see her lifelong dream of 2-for-1 surgery realised. Also, Mum is also willing to be, she's a doer and a participator, and is willing to, go the full distance if a task needs to be accomplished. And She has, as the property manager down at Red Hill, Don Scott. He's here tonight. Don over there, dual premiership captain for the Hawks and a doer himself. And one of our lasting and perhaps scarring memories in life was Mum. And there was a gator. Have you got a picture of the gator there, Ned? Yeah, there we are. That's the gator. That's like a green little tractor, right? So there was some things. I think there was a hedge that needed to be clipped, which was out of reach for Don. He was kind of, but no shirt on, sweated up, carrying what I remember as a hedge clipper. And he decided that because he couldn't reach the hedge, why not get my mother, at 67 years of age, to fly along in this little gator while he stands on the back with the hedge clipper above his head, just getting a nice straight line on the hedge. And I said that to Mum. I said, Mum, that was not a great, OH&S moment for me, raised as a lawyer. And she said, you know, Don with the hedge clipper over his head. She said, oh, for goodness sake, it was a chainsaw.
You said, Mum, you could have killed yourself, and Dad said, you could have killed Don. I mean, those photos have been endlessly rolling tonight, and I think obviously, everyone would have noticed that Mum is incredibly beautiful, and it has been, a star, really. But she's also got a lovely sense of design and aesthetics and fashion, which she hasn't actually passed on to me. but I get heaps of compliments, and in Darwin, no one knows Mum. So, I just find it echoing in my head a lot. I'm saying, oh yeah, thanks. Your mum bought me this dress. Or, yes, that's my mum. Passed on these shoes and gave me this necklace. And, I have the same glasses as my mum now. That's my she's been very generous with dressing me up. And, sorry, I don't dye my hair. But everything she's done has really been beautiful, including the house that we've lived in, and we've been very happy.
I'll speak for Tony and myself. We obviously get the hand-downs, and Tony might have had his shirt tucked in more than any person in the history of the world. And I do remember last week, Mum, as I was off just growing this beard for a bit of a lark, and she goes, I just want to get a pen out, and I'm going to draw on your chin where you're going to shave to. I did get on Race Around the World, and we do sometimes wonder whether it was Mum's decision. She said, you know what you could do before you go on that audition week? Have you thought about dyeing your eyelashes? Did it? Got on. Wow, changed my life. Because Mum actually used to ride, she was right at the forefront of technology. She had a job at Shell when the computer was, I think, filled basically this room, and computer program was done with punch cards. Is that right? Yeah, I've heard that story. And then I don't know what happened. She went on maternity leave and never quite got back to the front of the computer as far as technology went. And it's been a funny story about just putting the slides together where Mum's trying to, I've got this new scanner and I can't get the scanner won't connect to the computer. And it's like, well, I think it might connect over Wi-Fi. It's like, oh, you mean Wi-Fi, okay. Anyway, it wasn't Wi-Fi, but it wasn't, of course, plugged in. And then it needed a disc stuck in, and she was trying to put the disc, not into the disc drive, but just into a random crack in the plastic. Well, people that have said it anyway. Wrong crowd. Don't mention about the technology. Anyway, I do have a tip about she thinks she has fingers that don't respond to touchscreens, but if you have two hands on the touchscreen, it doesn't work. So you all know.
Alright, well, I would like to say a few lovely words, and I'd like to thank Mum for all her pantry supplies and her hand-me-down Best Buys, and her discerning eye, and I've got breath. Oh no, that's later. Hang on, I wrote it down. And her witty, quiet replies that no one else at the table hears, and particularly for her votive eyes. I didn't think a votive speech could go complete without a mention. And we would like to thank her for being the most amazing parent. We were both parented by a very united front in our parents. We had incredible care. We had, musical instruments, endless attention, sport. We were taught to love books, and I'd like, the best way to say is we all actually went to the podiatry school where the students fitted us with insoles so that even our soles were supported. This love and care has continued through 13 grandchildren, and we can laugh a bit about the fact that possibly you suffered more pain during my labour than I did. She waited for Paddy to arrive, and she did wake Dad at 2 in the morning to continue just talking about him after he was born. And Dad,
what do you remember at night? She said to him, Ray, don't you want to talk about him?
So they're very lucky, and she's just an amazing sister and mother, wife and friend to us all, and we'd very much like to wish her a very happy 70th birthday, and cheers, and we have the fantastic present, whoever brought the 70th.
Yes, that's my present from the Santa Steel. Thank you for the 70th birthday champagne glass, but I'll get Mum to have that one now, shall we? It's nice.
Toast to you, Mum.
Charge your glasses, everybody. Happy birthday to Margaret.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Prepared a speech, that was amazing. I'm not sure how true. I would love to thank you all for coming. You've been all good friends to me for more years than we realised. When we see those early photos, some of them are quite a long time ago. We were young. I also think of those who are not here tonight. We have some people, so many people amongst you have had cancer and recovered, but a couple haven't, and we'd like to think of them when we're all together. And also we have a very sick sister, so we're thinking of her a lot. And I think what we learn is that we just have to have more parties so that we make the most of these times we're together. Thank you very much.
Well, that's it for our formalities. Our main course is coming now. I just want to say that we did put out a trawl for some golf stories, and that is 21 years on a handicap of 45, except for dipping down to 44 for 2 weeks in 1997, and then back out to 45, and not one golf story. So she is a great friend, as you all know, because anyone who is so socially committed to a sport of which she has been as consistent as she's been is definitely a great friend. What a lovely mum, what a great friend, what a great person, Margaret Wilson.